Good morning. What day are we today? Happy Wednesday. Gosh, halfway through the week already. Where has that gone? So we're having a think this week about parenting. We had a great session on Monday night in the Happy and Fulfilled group. Just having a chat about how to create good boundaries for our children and what we need to do to be able to see the behaviour that we want in them. And actually the conversation took, as it usually does, always takes on a different angle depending on the conversation that we have in there. But, you know, one thing that really stood out for me was that if we want our children to behave in a certain way, we need to be modelling that behaviour ourselves. We can't expect them to do things, to behave, to behave in a certain way, to speak in a certain way, to have confidence, to have self-belief, to be respectful, to talk kindly, to do the things that they're being asked to do, if we don't do that ourselves. And, you know, I mean, this is a generation thing. I know times have really changed. And I also know, and I caveat this because this is important, I think, that this is very much my way of parenting and might not be everybody else's way of parenting. And that's absolutely fine. We all parent differently. And as long as we are not hurting our children, then we are free to make whatever choices we want around parenting. But it's very much my belief that we need to be modelling the behaviour that we want our children to learn. And so if we are asking them to do something, if we are asking them to behave in a certain way, to communicate, to speak in a certain way, to be confident, to be empathetic, to be respectful, all of that kind of stuff, then we absolutely need to be modelling that ourselves. And very, very, very often we are not modelling that ourselves. We are behaving in a way that is very inconsistent to what we are asking them to do. And you know, we get it wrong. We get it wrong all the time, and that's absolutely okay. But actually, on that point, they are also allowed to get it wrong too. And we are all allowed to get it wrong. We are all encouraged to get it right. So, you know, let's keep our expectations of the kids real. Let's keep the expectations of ourselves real. Let's be open and honest to when we get things wrong, and say, yeah, I got that wrong. I could have done that better. I'm sorry. And you know, it's not about giving them 100 choices so that they feel overwhelmed. But I think it's decent to give them a couple of choices and let them know what's going on, and let them make a decision that feels right for them. Obviously age appropriate. Hello there, how are you doing? Lovely to have you here. Obviously age appropriate decision making, but when we give them the choice to be able to choose what they want to do, even if it's just two choices, this or this, then they learn then that they are able to make a choice, and that they are able to balance possibilities, probabilities, outcomes with what feels right for them, and what is the outcome that they are looking to achieve. So I think overall there's a lot to be learned by looking at ourselves, looking at, hello, how are you doing? Are you all right? I'm not mentioning anybody's names because I share this out on a couple of different platforms. This is the public page. But lovely to have you here. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for looking at ourselves, looking at how we behave, how we I mean, very, very simply, it's about treating them how we want to be treated ourselves. And do we treat them, do we speak to them, do we treat them how we want others to be treating us? Because we're their teachers. So they are learning everything from us. So there we are. That's it for today. Happy school holidays. Have a lovely rest of week. I think it's going to be raining pretty much for the next 2 weeks, which is soul destroying. But we will do what we will do. We will make the most of it, I'm sure. If you're not in the Happy and Fulfilled group, please do come along and make a request to join. And if you want to watch the full video on replay, it was about an hour long on Monday night. You can watch the replay of that in there. All right. Have a lovely day, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Take care.